Hi. Yesterday I had lunch with a creator who is a friend, and she has worked both in TV and in publishing and has had a really successful career and is just a tremendous person all the way around. So we were having lunch and we were talking about the state of both industries. We were also discussing podcasts. We were talking about a lot of really amazing things that are taking place in the industry of storytelling. And she asked me, she said, why do you think that everybody talks about intellectual property now? What is it? She said there's always been intellectual property because she, like me, has been a part of these industries for, going on 20 years. She said people have always had intellectual property. People have always created books, TV shows, movies, all kinds of things. So why right now is IP or intellectual property a buzzword that people keep talking about? Content, controlling content, creating content, that's the most important thing. And it was a really great question, and one that I've thought about, but I haven't really tried to answer or to articulate. And I said to her, I said, I think that there are a couple of reasons. One of them is that while there's always been content before, it's never been so easy as it is now to take one piece of content and spread it out in different ways. So if you create a book, you can then do a digital short if you want, or you can sell it for film and TV, or you can sell it for mobile gaming. You could create a podcast. You can create a web series. It's never been so easy to kind of see how you can capitalize on that original piece of IP in a multitude of ways. The other thing is that capitalizing on the IP in a multitude of ways is less expensive than it was before. So now you have the idea that you can have a creator who can capitalize on that on their own. You don't have to find a publisher to publish your book. You don't have to find a studio to create a short digital format. You don't have to contract with anyone to create a podcast. All of these things are available to creators individually. So I think that's another reason why we talk about IP. And then the third reason is that I think with so many different distributors coming online, in addition to the old forms of distribution, such as studios and the old networks, you now have all the streamers. You have Hulu, you have Netflix, you have YouTube, you have all of these different places where content is being streamed. So not only you have a greater appetite for that content and a greater distribution network for that content. So those were the three reasons that I came up with when I was talking to her yesterday about why IP is being thrown around so much, or the term intellectual property, and why it's so important right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, always, because this is just a thought of mine, but I would love to hear what you have to say as a creator, as an entrepreneur, as a business person. What are your thoughts on intellectual property and why it's become kind of the king of everything right now, and people are talking about content and intellectual property all the time? Hit me up at Maggie at maggiemarr.net with your thoughts, or leave a comment beneath the video.